In this lesson, you will use a variety of 3D modeling techniques to create the walls of a house. You will also learn how to change visual styles to view the surfaces of the model. Open the 3D House 2 project file, and then click the Isolate tool. In order to work on the walls of the house, let's go into the settings of this command and click Off. Press Enter and select one of the red lines representing the walls. Enter. Now we can work on this layer by itself. Click Top in the View cube to go to a plan view. Zoom in down here in this area. Moving the cursor over the objects, I see that they are individual lines. This isn't going to work very well for a 3D model. Instead, let's create a new layer called 3D Walls. Make that layer current. Give it a different color, in this case, yellow. Then go ahead and use the boundary command, which is located on the hatch flyout. The boundary command uses the hatch engine to generate closed polylines. Click here to pick points. You pick a point inside each closed area to generate a polyline. And the way that this command works is it analyzes the information on the screen. I'll have to end the command, repeat the command by pressing Enter, and then just press Enter again to use this Pick Points option. Now I can click here. But if I try to get this, it won't work because it's not all on the screen right now. So I have to pan down and zoom out until I can see the entire boundary, and then use the command again to generate a closed polyline in that area. I'll keep going around the plan, generating closed polylines as I click in each bounded area. Now I think I got every enclosed area, but I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and toggle off the A Walls layer and see that we don't have any gaps. Yes, that looks good. Now I'll hold down Shift and drag the mouse wheel to Orbit. And I'm going to go back to the Layer Properties Manager, scroll down, and turn on the Window Frame layer. This will give us information about which one of these pieces is a full height wall and which ones are sills. Let's switch to the 3D Basics workspace and then use the Extrude tool here on the Create panel. Select each one of these closed polylines that represents a full height extrusion, that is, the pieces that aren't under the windows. Now it looks like this piece isn't in the right place with respect to the window. That's something that we'll fix later. Let's leave this piece alone. We won't extrude it yet. Press Enter, and then type 8 feet. That's 8 apostrophe, and press Enter. Let's do this again, but this time we will extrude the pieces that are under the windows. They need to be extruded a different distance. Now these require a shorter distance, so I won't select them yet. I'll press Enter, zoom in here, and snap to the lower end point of one of the windows. Next, we need headers above windows and door openings. So for that, let's draw them in using rectangles. Type REC, Enter, and then snap rectangles to the tops of each one of these openings. You can hold down Shift and drag the mouse wheel at any time to get a different perspective on the model. This is necessary as you work your way around so that you don't have like in this case, if I click here, I don't know where I'm going to snap. So I'm going to orbit so I can unambiguously see that endpoint. And then I'll click over there. Inside the space, there are a couple of headers that we need. Right here, and right here. I'll continue drawing in these rectangles, which of course are closed polylines. And that's going to make it easy to extrude them in a moment. Okay, extrude. And then I need to go back and select all of these headers. It looks like I missed one here. We'll have to make that in a moment. And then enter. And I'll type in -12 to indicate -1 foot. Enter. Okay, over here I need to create another one. So REC, enter for rectangle. Draw it in. EXT for extrude. L for last. Enter. -12, enter. Again over here. REC, enter. Extrude. This one, enter. And I'll snap it to another one, like right here. So that indicates the distance in the Z direction. Now let's go ahead and union all of those pieces together. Before we do that, let's turn off the window frame layer and then use the union command right here on the edit panel. Select all of the pieces and press enter. Let's go over here and open the Visual Style Controls menu and choose Shaded with Edges. Orbit around. And we have a few other loose ends to take care of. Right here we have some more extrusions to make. Let's turn the window frame layer back on. And let's go ahead and extrude these 4 pieces. Enter. And then let's snap it right here. Again, union. Select the wall and the 4 pieces and press enter. Over here we have a special piece. Let's extrude that up 4 feet. Type in 4 feet, enter. And then this is going to be cut back. So hold down the Control key and select this edge. The Control key allows you to select sub-objects. Then position the mouse over the blue axis, click, and move it down. Type in 2 feet, enter. And then press Escape to deselect the sub-object. Union, select these 2 pieces, and press enter. Over here we have a mismatch between the location of the opening and the location of the window. That's no problem. Use the press-pull command right here on the edit panel. Position the cursor over this surface and click. Orbit around to the other side and snap the press-pull to this endpoint. Orbit around. Put the cursor right here so that this rectangle highlights. Click and snap it back to this endpoint. and then press Enter to end the press-pull command. So in this lesson, you learned how to model the walls of a house using the boundary, extrude, union, and press-pull commands. You also learned how to manipulate sub-objects and change visual styles.